What is going on, guys? This is Joey Young, coming at you with a September update. Today we're going to be talking about the 60p. The last time you guys seen this tank was in mid-July. Kind of did a rescape in July, and so far the plants are growing in very nicely. Again, this tank has been really converted to more of an aerial setup. If you look at my previous video of this tank, if you look at these two specific plants, they were tiny. They were probably like the size over here. I have 4 of them. So these two have taken off like tremendously. And if you look at these other ones, these Japan Shingas here, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're slowly starting to take off. These types of plants, they are a little bit slower to grow, but once they grow in, as you can see, if they look like that, it's amazing. This one plant's another type of plant. I'm kind of phasing this out, so if you guys are interested in trying, these are really easy to grow. I had 2 of them, but the other one's kind of like buried here. Probably sell those off. Trying to keep similar species here, so I have one type in the back here. I got Japan Shingas here. And I got some more of these, which are called blood vomit. Yes, blood vomit. The difference between these, they're a little bit more red and they're smaller and compact. And I have them long here on the ground here. So I'm going to try to grow that all the way out to here. So I'm going to basically get rid of these two. You can't really see that one, so I'm just really getting rid of that one. And yeah, so in terms of plants, that's what I'm looking to go with this tank. Something easy, something simple. And then, if you remember my Catherines, these are mini Catherine Buces. I kind of had them growing buried over here, along here before. Decided to just uproot them to grow these other plants on the ground, and actually decided to use really just metal, just basically these are anchors that you can buy for plants, and just anchor them down to these dragon stones, and then let the roots kind of grab onto it. So I did it with this one, and as you can see the roots here, it grabbed along the rocks really nicely. Within probably a couple weeks, it grabbed right away. And then I just was able to just remove the metal, and it was just perfect. It would just sit right there just like that. So that's what I'm hoping to do with that bunch and a couple of these other ones along here. So once those grab, I'm just going to remove those metal pieces. So it's only there, just until it can grab. So it looks very nice if it can grab onto that. And then the stem plants in the back, I kind of went through a couple of different stems. I was trying to see and test what kind of would go well with the types of plants I wanted to grow in here. Initially, I went with some Toninas, and they were doing pretty decent for the first maybe month or so, and then they started to really melt back. Those plants are really hard to grow, and I really only had success in 2 of my tanks. So what I did was I kind of switched them back to my 125. They're in my 125 now, growing pretty nicely. And I decided to go with these Laguias here. These are Pantanomes. And they're more red, so I kind of wanted to offset a lot of the greens that I have in here. They're still kind of growing in. They're fairly new. I probably put them in last week for my 125. So what I'm going to do is basically once they kind of reach the top, trim them and put them back down, and slowly fill them all in. Pretty dense, pretty nice, and hopefully that will give kind of a good contrast for the plants. Alright, trying to give you guys different angles of the tank so you can kind of see, because I normally just kind of give a broad overview of the tank. Here's the mini Catherine Buce. They are growing in very nicely, as you can see. I'm hoping that, again, these other ones grab on and branch in there and do its thing. Now in this tank, in terms of the fish, I have the celestial Daniels that I've been, I had in the past, and then I kind of went away with them, and I kind of went back now because I really enjoy these fish. They're so beautiful, and let me kind of pan out here so you can kind of see them. So these Danios are really gorgeous. I have about probably 25 to 30 of them in here. It's, you know, they don't get really much bigger than this. So in terms of the bio load, it's not really heavy at all. It's probably bare minimum for this tank, to be honest. They've colored up really nicely since, and I really love these guys. They're so cool. So I'm hoping that, you know, they do well in this tank and continue to grow and color nicely. Alright, so here's a couple of shots of my Eriocaulon. I think it's a Gorius species right here, those big ones. As you can see my Starlight Pleco right there. And then I actually recently got some more new baby ones here that are doing very nicely. And that back there is my Blue Phantom Pleco that I've had in this tank. Actually, he's been in the tank for a while. He's just been chilling and growing in there pretty nicely, so he's doing really good in there. But as you can see, they're enjoying the plants. They're eating, you know, whatever algae it has in here and doing their thing, really. And as you can see, these plants are gorgeous. They're beautiful. I think this is the size that they get to in terms of max size. I want to say that they may get a little bit bigger. I've actually never seen them fully grown like this. In my 125, I have 2 of them in the front. They don't get much light in terms of this. This is really like straight up 100% light. The other one kind of gets a shaded version of the light. So I haven't seen them grow kind of to this maximum potential. I'm going to assume that they probably have a little bit more growth to them. And I'm looking forward to seeing how big these guys grow. So they are going to act kind of like my mid-ground, mid-tier plants, and hopefully they do very well in here. And I don't know if you see, but I also got some new little critters right there. I got 4 Amano shrimps in here. I may get a couple more. I had to get Amano shrimps just to kind of pay a tribute to you know, the passing of Amano recently, so I just had to get some, you know, and put them in here. They're doing really well in this tank. Again, they probably won't breed just because the eggs, they need to be in blackish water anyways, and this is more acidic anyways, and they probably won't do very well even if they did bred. So let me kind of pan to the last plant so you can kind of see what they look like. Alright, and here are the last couple plants. As you can see, they're slowly growing in, the Japan Shingas. And here are some of the new blood vomits in the front here that are growing in slowly. Yeah, there's not really much to this tank. I'm letting it grow. CO2 is on probably bare minimum now, even though it's pretty acidic. It's just probably leaching from the ADA soil in terms of acidity. And hopefully in probably another month or so, I want to say these plants will start to fill in, or at least start to give shape and character, and a little bit more size, so I can kind of judge. Right now I kind of spaced them a little bit pretty even throughout the tank so they can kind of get their maximum growth. But hopefully they'll start to fill in and start to take off for me. But yeah, this is, you know, that's pretty much for this tank. I hope you guys enjoy the update for this tank. I'm looking forward to this tank growing in, and actually I'm gonna really try not to touch this tank as much as I've done. I've rescaped this tank so many times. It's ridiculous. But I'm gonna let this kind of grow in for now, and let me know what you guys think. Put your comments below, and until next time, guys, peace.